of the packs in this stream have been provided free of charge by the Creator Network. Let's see here. We're going to build today. We're going to do some more building here on the villages. The villages, of course. Let me make sure I'm going live before I get too far ahead of myself. Let me just double check that I am, in fact, on air here. Well, let's see here. I also need to watch chat if anything pops up. Well, it's not coming up as live. Let me see. Give me just a second. Not coming up that I am, in fact, here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do some building today. We're going to do some more building today. Obviously, this has been worked on. This is the villages. It is my retirement community. My retirement community, Spanish themed, right? Because the new pack, Lovestruck, I guess is going to be vaguely at least Spanish themed or Latin themed, something like that. So that's what I'm pre-building in advance of that, you know, so I have stuff ready to go when the pack does launch. This is a retirement community. So obviously sort of, you know, apartments, you know, condominiums, although this is more like a single family home over here, this sort of 2-bedroom. Over here, we've got some 1-bedroom units and studio units. Going to have a clubhouse back here, a pool over here. And the idea is that when this pack drops, when Lovestruck drops, right, I'm going to I'm filling it right now, but I'm going to put the Sims here and I'm going to give them the new traits from the pack, which are like Explorer and Paragon, which means basically they're all polyamorous and they want to, like, basically they're pansexual. They're pansexual. So anything that moves, that's what they're interested in. So I'm going to give them all those traits and then make the lot itself a singles hangout lot, right? Which apparently will draw singles from all over the Sims world to your lot just to hang out in your front yard, right? So I thought, hey, let's do this retirement community. And this is what we're working on still today. Okay, called the Villages. And I called it the Villages. If you live here in the United States, you might have heard of that, the Villages. The Villages is a sort of retirement community in the state of Florida, which, again, if you live here in the United States, you know, Florida can be a little weird. Florida's got its own way. It's got its own call. Here's its own call, right? The Villages, I guess, like the article I read, like they've got the highest levels of VD, I guess, like in the whole country or something. And they're all kind of a little risque there in the Villages. They're all very friendly. They're very friendly and apparently like swingers and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they're all kind of like I said, I guess the arc is kind of swingers. I mean, some articles I've read say they're kinky, right? They're kind of kinky and stuff like that. But I think they're probably just good old fashioned friendly swingers. So today we're going to work on their new home here in The Sims. Here in The Sims, a home for my kinky simmers, my kinky Sims, my sort of mature retirement community Sims. We've got a lot done. I want to work over here on this now. I'm gonna go into tab mode here. Let's drop down a little bit. You can see kind of I've got this chunk of building hanging out over the edge, right? And I put these braces under here to hold it up, But I still think it looks a little weird, looks a little out of place, like it's too big to be hanging out over the side of the building. So we're going to work on that. And then we're also going to work on over here, this area. We're going to do something here. Probably landscaping is what I'm going to change this into. Originally, I had this idea of doing, a sort of platform here, because this will be our clubhouse with like a gym and a party room, and then a party room for those swinging seniors. So I thought this would be kind of a great outdoor sitting area, but I think I'm going to take it out and replace it with landscaping. That's what I think. And then we also need to work on over here by the pool, a kind of vaguely, kind of mapped out this sort of cabana area. We'll do some cabanas over here. I think I'm gonna do a raised platform here for the cabanas to be on as well. So that needs some work. And then last but not least, our clubhouse does need a lot of work. I've got just this bare, basic looking sort of thing here. I did kind of work on the entrance a little bit, but I'm really gonna need to put some effort into that thing, kind of pull it into line, kind of get it going. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what it's going to look like. I want it to have sort of, I looked at some pictures of Spain, pictures of Spanish, villages, right? Of course, for research. I saw a building that kind of, I think maybe it's a church. I think so. I'm not really real sure because it was square like this and stuff, but I need to look up some more pictures of that and kind of get some ideas of what to do with this. I want a kind of tower in the community. I do. I want sort of this tower here as sort of a focal point, sort of an exclamation point, sort of a giant phallic symbol for this particular community. So that's what I got to work on over here. I don't know, something. First, though, we're going to work on this thing. Now, obviously, my thought is just to go ahead and pull. I've got a little bit of a walkway here. Go ahead and just stretch this all the way out, completely underneath this building. And so I'm going to just start with that. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to move, this chunk here out of the way. We'll move that out of the way. And then go through here and I guess just move this over here, really. Like all the way over here, like that. And then we'll stretch out that wall there and this wall back here as a start. Now, let's take a look up here and see what we've got. I guess too, we'll go ahead and we'll make this kind of a small balcony area. I don't know that I'll actually use it as a balcony, but my thought is to make it like a small balcony area. So we could maybe, bring this out and then do like this, right? And then we're going to have a much sort of larger covered space under here. And I'm not entirely certain what exactly I'm going to do with that space. I'm going to have to kind of figure out something here. Maybe just a garden. I guess just a garden back under there, right? But one thing I need to do first is try to not have this setting on the step. So in order to do that, we're going to take out the wall like that. We're going to move this over here for a second. And we're going to grab a new wall like that. Put it into place. And then I think, I should be able to move it like this. Yeah. And then it'll be down, on the ground, right? So that they'll be even on both sides. Let's go ahead and grab our rocks here, frame that in. And we can grab another archway here, like so. And maybe, I guess that's good. I think that's fine. We're getting some weird feedback here, though. Now, that is weird. I might have to go ahead and move these up like that. Yeah, I think I will. I'm about to go and move these up like that, which will make, that's fine. It's as long as the whole wall is evenly spaced, I think I'm going to be okay with it. I just don't want all of these to be this height and then this one to be lower or higher. So if they're not the same height as these entrance points, I think that'll be okay. And in fact, I think I can even maybe kind of work with it a little bit. See if we can work with this too. Because, one thing I feel like maybe, because I got churches on the brain at the moment, right? I kind of got this church idea on the brain. I think I'm going to put these here. Okay, let me put these, let me move all these back over here. Like so. Grab this here. And come on there and on that one. Right, so we're gonna line them up like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do them on the other side. Because I was thinking about this anyway when I first put them underneath that particular this room, you know, that we're under. I kind of thought about doing something like this, but underneath the room, right? Just so it looked a little more interesting, have a little more detail there. But I thought, you know, I kind of thought, well, it might look a little odd having these over here, and then I might need to put columns or something there to justify it, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, though, I do think, what if we did something like that? And look, it's got a little bit of a cathedral sort of look to it, right? Let's go back into tab mode here so it won't bounce us around. But we've got this sort of cathedral look to it in here. And then maybe with these windows kind of higher, it's almost like a little kind of chapel sort of feel, like, you know, I mean, kind of the ruins of a chapel because it's open, but almost a sort of little chapel type of feel here off to the side of this building. So I think we're going to go with that. Let's leave that alone. But I'll still put a garden under there. So maybe it'll be a chapel in nature, right? We'll call it a chapel in nature. And let's take this out. So I'm going to put probably a lot of plantings through here. Maybe we'll go ahead and bring it across like that. And we go up here. That actually looks good. I think that's fine, right? Nothing wrong there. This should all be okay. That was pretty quick. Well, let's work on the landscaping under there real quick. But yeah, I think that's going to work out. I think I like that pretty well. Doesn't look too bad to me. But nice. So like I said, I kind of am digging this part here. Now, one bad thing is it does interfere a little bit with working with Sims under there, right? So if the Sims under there, or you want them to go under there and do stuff, they do kind of get in the way. And I've done stuff like this before in builds where I wanted to have a beamed ceiling. So not with these particular corbels, but with other ones. So I would place them, and then, yeah, it looked really cool when you're down in tab mode and you're taking like a real life picture. But then when you're trying to play, you know, and reach furniture and stuff, it's a little complicated, a little complex. We're not going to worry about that right now. What we're going to do, though, real quick is we are going to go in here and put in a ceiling for this particular space. Let's see here. I've been using this a lot for these ceilings around here, and I think I still will. Let's go with maybe this color. Oh, actually, well, let's see. Let's go down here. Here's the one I want. It's actually got something there. So I guess I did put something there. I must have had it on the little part. So I guess we could leave that. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with this, though. I'm going to change it out to this. Simply because it's got a little more of a detail to it. Let's see here. Maybe I'll go ahead and bring it across here, too. And then if we go down here... how does that look? Can we even see it? Hell, I don't know. Let's go in here and see. Yeah, so, you know, we can kind of see that. Now, it's a little bit off with the color of these sort of corbels, so maybe I should change it for that reason. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and change that out real quick before I forget. Let's just make it a little bit darker. I do like this lighter color, but since the corbels are so dark... I feel like we're going to need it to be a little bit darker to kind of blend in with that better. So we'll do that. Okay, so we'll go down here and let's see if we can put some landscaping in. Let's see here. What to do. This is going to be a little bit like a greenhouse, right? I mean, it's got that sort of feel, that sort of structure to it. So maybe I should pave it like a greenhouse would be paved. And then put tables and plants out and about. In fact, you know what? We could use this for a gardening club. Or I could, or whoever downloaded this, I could pretend. I'm going to pretend like this is a gardening club, and we will treat it kind of like a greenhouse, right? And we'll put this here, and we'll put some potted plants in here. I guess I could leave a little area exposed to the dirt. Maybe let's grab some fencing here. How about this stuff? Stuff's kind of cool. Let's start with this and see how it looks. Maybe. Let me see, what colors do we have? Maybe this color. And kind of draw in. Now I'm not so sure about that color. It's down there. What color did I choose? Pink? It didn't look pink. I thought that was going to be like tan. How about this one? Let's go with that. Let's go with that color. I'm going to try to draw this in. Actually, not on this side. Let's not do that side. Because I have windows on this side. And I think I'm going to put some like flower arranging tables out here for the residents to use. That's my thought. That's why I'm going to use this as kind of a floral club. So there is an apartment, though, that backs up to this space. So my thought is, if I lived in that apartment, chances are it'd be better if I put the flowers outside this window, right? So at least the window gets a kind of a nice view there for when the gardening club is not in session. Let's see here. Take that out, take that out, that. Now, a lot of times I just use dirt here, like the flooring that is dirt. I think in this case we will use terrain paint, I guess. I don't use terrain paint a lot in game, but sometimes I do. So we'll use it there. And then we'll grab whatever those tables are called. I hope they're called floral arranging tables or something like that. Flower and creative. I hope that's going to be it. It is. Yay. So we'll grab this. I probably don't need more than one, but my thought is maybe to do 2 of them. Nah, I'm going to just do one. I'm going to do one there, and then I'm going to put some potted plants here, maybe on tables or pedestals or something, and then that'll work. That'll do. Speaking of what shall we use for pedestals in this particular space? I don't know. Some of this stuff will get swapped out. I mean, this is advanced building, of course, for the new pack coming. So some of this stuff was definitely going to get swapped out. And once the new pack gets here. Oh, shoot. We're going to have that problem right there that we had over here. Great. Okay, so what do? I either take out the archway, which is an option. Maybe I could put a window there. Or I put something in front of it to block it. I guess we'll just shoot. Let me think about it. I really like being able to see, you know, all the way through like that, having it so open. So I don't want to take out the archway. Or if I do, I want to change it to a pretty open window. I mean, we could raise it up like that. You know, I guess. How does that look? I don't know. Does it look okay? I tell you what, I'm going to leave it, I guess, for the moment. I'm going to leave it. I don't really like the way it looks right here either. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to decide as I go through here. I just don't think I have any really open windows that are going to work. I guess we could look real quick. I'd want something that really is going to match this. And I just don't think that, you know, nothing's in my head like, oh, maybe I could try this. Maybe I could try that. That's really going to tie in and match because My thought is, if I had built this, if I was a person that built this whenever it was built, you know, it would match, right? So I mean, we've got something kind of like this. It's not an exact match, but it might work. I wonder if I used that. Let's see here. Can we still see? No, see it. It does block that off. Well, mostly. I guess it kind of does still show, doesn't it? Like right through there, it kind of still shows. So, okay, let's take it out. And we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. We'll go and continue working in here. We've got a place here to put some plants. Let's put in a few more. I guess we could put in some, like a chair maybe in here or something, a couple of chairs. Well, we've got this. Let me put this here. That's actually a bar stool, right? Is it a bar stool? Let me take a look here and see what this is. Village pub table, yeah. So it's a bar stool height table. So let's grab some bar stools. We'll put them around there. Then we can decide whether or not, what kind of plants I might want to kind of pile up in here. Let's do this Trattoria bar stool, maybe. What colors does it come in? Kind of a blue. Let's go with blue. For now. Well, I don't know. I did green on the table over there. Do they have a green? No. Oh, I like that blue better. Let's do that blue with that sort of warmer wood tone there. We'll go with that. And then let's see. Let's grab some hanging plants first and put those in here. This little plant thing here. I think hanging plants are in here with the rest of them, right? Yeah, there's some here. We've got these. Let's put them in. Maybe here. Seems kind of high. Maybe over here. My thought is that that looks awfully close to a Sim's head, right? Like I don't want them to bump their heads on it when they get up and down. I don't think they would in real life, or I know it won't matter in the game actually, but we'll put these kind of so. Let's grab some potted plants and stuff. Maybe I'm gonna put this on the table. That. Oh, let's grab these. This is great for a greenhouse. Now I need it not to jump up. Is it floating? It is floating. So let's see here. Come on, there you go. That's good. Let's put that there. We'll have to move this table a little bit. That's okay though. You know what? Let's move the table more centered there. That way they can see out to the walkway a little bit better there. And we'll grab, there's something I want to use. I'm going to look for it over here because it's on right there. In fact, let's grab that. Citrus tree. Go down here. If I make it larger, does it get super large? It does get super large, I guess. So let's put that over here. Does that seem too big? Let me take a look at it. It does seem a little bit too big, doesn't it? I mean, at that size. I do want it bigger. But those look like kind of like cantaloupes more than oranges. So let's shrink it back down. And I am going to use a tool mod, which I did update my mods. I updated my mods, both MC Command Center and tool mod, so that I could go through and do what I'm going to do right now, which is change the scale of that to more like 1.5 instead of 2 times as big. So we get something more like that. I'm going to go with that. I think that's okay. And then we'll go back into build mode. Grab some more stuff here. This actually is not a very big space at the end of the day, and I would love to put real flowers over here. So I'm going to order some real seeds and plant here for actual flower arrangements. I guess in the meantime, I could just put some flowers in there just for show. I guess. Let's go ahead and we'll grab a few flowers real quick. I don't want to just have just an empty looking bin there. We could use, oh, these are so pretty. I love these. You know, these came a long time ago in The Sims, but I think they are just lovely, lovely, lovely flowers. Where's, let's see here, that, I like that arrangement of them. We've got something like these hollyhocks. Let's put them down here. We'll do a couple of arrangements, or a couple of kind of groups of them here. Something lovely for the person of that studio apartment to look out the window at. Let's change the colors around a little bit. Got that. That. It's kind of tough. Not really what I'm looking for exactly. I guess I could stick with white. I don't really want to stick with white. I like these colors, but I don't like that green. So I want this green leaf, these color flowers, right? Let's see. And I don't think I'm going to get that out of this. Let's check the rest of them just in case. I'll go a little bit slower here. That's okay. Let's just stick with white. I'm going to just stick with white because I do like the color of this greenery. And what else could we put in here? I think we'll use this. This is always a little bit big to me, but I'll just shrink it down a bit here. Put in a couple of those. We'll take a look here at the color and see what we've got. Oh, we can do red. I'm going to do red on that. Let's go ahead and throw in red there. A little more intense color. And typically I'll throw in something like this, you know, like this hydrangea. Well, maybe not that. Let me look at this. Apple blossom. No, where is it? I think it's called like malva or something. This works. I'll throw this in as kind of some ground cover. Put that there. Lord. Okay, here we go. So good. That looks pretty good. So we got that. Let's go ahead and grab some more. Let's see if we can find some more potted plants. I guess we could do some along the outside here. Could do some along here. That would be fine. And I think I can fit something here and something over here, I think. So let's pull that up and see what we've got going here. Something in here. Kind of scan through all this mess. We have... Could go with this maybe here in the window. Kind of like that maybe. See what other colors this comes in real quick here. Let's do plain. I don't really use that very much, but I think it's pretty nice. We could maybe, I think that might be too big. Let's not do that. Could do maybe something like this, but shrink it down just a little bit. In fact, let's see if we can put that in here. I put it close to our table there. That there, just a little clutter on there. What else do you... Oh, I like this. I really do like this piece. I don't think it's going to fit in here. I'm going to put it out here, though, because I want to use it somewhere. And we've got this. We could use this in here. I'm going to try to keep it from intersecting that chair. I'm definitely going to have to play test that to make sure that it does, in fact, work, right? That the Sims can sit in that chair with this potted plant so close. Because they might not. They might not, and I might have to move it. The plants definitely interact, definitely can disrupt routing when it comes to the Sims. So we'll see. Now, another thing I think I'm going to use outside here is something I already have used up here. Let's see here. I normally use it bigger like that, like I just sized it up. But I think in this case, I'm going to leave it kind of small. I don't want to overwhelm the space here and make it too crowded, right? Let's put this here. Can't remember what colors this comes in, but I think we'll stick with that color. Let's see here. Let's see if we can grab just a few more. Oh, this is good. Let's put something like this out here. In fact, we could put this maybe right here, and I'm going to change the color to a more kind of wooden look. I think. I do kind of like that blue. Let's go with the blue because we've got the blue here. Maybe ties together a little bit. Let's go with blue with that. We'll grab some of these plants. I don't think these are going to fit, but I might try. I think they're floating, aren't they? They are floating. So let's see if we can get them to a point where they won't float. And we'll just kind of sit there on the ground. That's not too bad. I think that's going to be all right. I might grab another one of these and kind of put it... Well, maybe not. Well, maybe. I'm like, yes, no, yes, no. I think I'm going to put it in here. Let's put it down here in the actual kind of greenhouse space. I'm going to try to pull this back just a little bit more like that. I just am so afraid that's going to interfere with that. We'll put this over here. And I think let's look and see if there's anything else that we can hang. I know there's other hanging flowers. Let's grab a few more things here. I think most of them might be here. So we've got stuff like this. This is very cool. I'm definitely going to do this somewhere. Let me get in here again where I can kind of see what I am doing. I think we'll put this here. We could even do maybe another one here, but I don't know. Do I want to get too many of these? I mean, maybe. Let's go ahead and put one there. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Kind of like the other one. See what kind of colors it comes in. I wish the flowers were a little more vibrant on this, but they're okay. We'll go with that. I also want to use this. I love this particular little, wall-based arrangement. I think it is so cool. I use it a lot in building. We're going to put that right over here. Like that. Again, I'm going to change up the sort of look of it here. Maybe go with those. Oh, that's pretty. Let's go with that. Really like that purple look there. And then these sort of like tiny house, things here. Let's use some of them. So we want to have a lot of flowers in here. Let's pull it here in the middle. I might do 2 of those. In fact, let's put 2 of those here on the wall. These are kind of like our little starter plants, right? I mean, that's where we're putting our starters. Could also maybe put a shelf here. I'm afraid it would interfere with this, but it might make that look a little more natural here in a little bit. And I might just end up taking that out. If I take that out and I put a window there, then I could put plants in front of the window. Maybe. One thing we could do, let me go ahead real quick and see if there's any more hanging stuff over here. I have a thought in my head real quick of something maybe to put there. We've got this thing. This is very cool. This looks very neat. I don't think there's enough room out here for it. Maybe on this wall. Yeah, we could put it here on this wall. Let's move it up here. Let's see if our flower options, if we have something more vibrant. Oh, that's pretty. That's really, I do really like that red. Let's go with the red. Really stands out. And are there any other sort of, well, we've got something like that, of course. Yeah, I like that. Let's put that here. Like that. Looks pretty good. And I'll leave a little bit of opening here. I guess I don't want to necessarily fill every bit of the wall space up simply because I might put some sort of clutter shelf here to pair with this just to look like it's where you're storing stuff when you're not using it. Also, with the new pack, there will be new things that we'll want to work in. And so I always try to be mindful of that, you know, kind of this idea of what am I going to want to put in there later. We'll look here on these particular plants again. I've used this already, but I love that. I might go ahead and put this out here too. Because I do really love it. I think it's one of the cutest things the Sims team has done has been this little sort of fairies hint, right? This little gnomes hint or whatever it's supposed to be. I do think it's super cute. I hope that they're actually working on something like that. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. Now that wasn't really what I was thinking. I was thinking something a little more substantial there, or something like a box, you know, like this. That would work, and I could still do a box like that. Let me take a look here and just see how badly it intersects this particular. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want to do. Wrong button. Let's make this a little bit smaller, and we'll tuck it in here. And then maybe we can bring this out kind of like this. And we will change the coloring on this to blue. There we go. That looks pretty good. Pull back a bit. We could definitely do more plants and stuff out here if we decide to, or maybe some hanging. Well, you know, we could do hanging plants from there. Maybe. Where are those hanging plants? Here we go. So we have all these sort of hanging plants, you know, from not from Laundry Day, from the knitting pack. And let's see. Wow, they're really long though. You know, they're really long here. Let's see though. We could bring them up a little bit. Like so. Hang them in each of these archways. Is there a smaller version that I'm not seeing? Yeah, maybe something like this. How big's that? No, that's big. That's really long too. Are these the smaller ones? Short. Okay. So let's take this out. We'll grab this short one here in blue. That's actually kind of too short though. Okay, so is there a medium? This is medium. This says this is medium. Okay, so let's look at the medium here and see what colors does this come in. Is this medium? This is also medium. These are cute. So let's bring in a medium. Let's raise it up a little bit here, like so. And maybe we'll also go ahead and put in a couple of these. Those are really, really long though. It does, no, it says long. Does this say medium? That says long. This is medium. So we'll put this over here. Like that. Maybe go ahead and grab another one of these over here. Is that long? That is long. Where's the medium? Here we go. Medium, medium, medium. We'll go with this one. Like that. Kind of hang these in all 5 of these archways here. Where is, do we have anything? I'd like to do one of these kind of rounded, you know, but medium. Oh, there we go. There's a medium version right there. So put that there. So we're going to have those sort of plants there hanging in the archways. And we made ourselves something of a little sort of greenhouse space back in there. I like that. I mean, I think that's kind of cute. I like the ceiling here especially is what I really like. Like I said, it's kind of like a little cathedral sort of, you know, sort of cathedral to nature here. So Will Sims actually used this stuff. We're going to go ahead and we're going to play test it real quick. We've got, this is Honey here. We'll use her. And our other guy, Jack. So let's have Jack teleport over here, wherever he may be. Oh, that was her. Let's have Jack teleport here maybe. And we'll have her come over here to make a arrangement, right? Let's do a bluebell arrangement for $9, and we'll have Jack here see if he can sit down first in this chair. Yeah, he can. Okay, so that's working. She does seem to be coming in to do the arrangement, so I guess we're not having any routing issues there. And we'll go ahead and we'll have Jack check out this chair. Can he sit here? And he can. So everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's ready to go for the floral club here at the Villages retirement community. And we'll leave them be for the moment, go back into building. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I like that. Now, up here, I'm still not sure. This area is the bathroom of this particular studio apartment. And I did not intend to put in a doorway to this balcony. So my thought is, I guess I just won't. I might put a few potted plants up here in that maybe you could water from this window, right? You could reach out and water from the window. I might try something like that. Like this is not a bad idea, right? Like that. So that it has a little bit of interest up there, but at the same time, I don't know if that doesn't look a little bit too junky. You know, this is a nice place, right? And there's a homeowners association here. So, you know, I don't know how the homeowners are going to feel about this sort of like leftover, I don't know what are those, recycled, reused pots there. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to think about that. So for the moment, I'm going to leave them there. And then if I change my mind, I can put something else up there. I mean, I kind of like it. It does look kind of quirky, and it does look like maybe something you might see in a real village, right? A real Spanish village, right? You might see someone put a few pots out there from their bathroom window, dump a little water out there each morning. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. I'm going to turn the sun all the way back on. Let's see here. I'm going to move this in here, I think. Put it in there for now. Okay, so we have this. Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and pull this all the way back and just get rid of it. And let's go ahead. Let's grab our half wall here, our pony wall. I'm going to map out a little bit of a landscape area here. Like that. Like that. And like this, I think. Yeah, let's do like that. Let's do like that. And we'll grab some sort. I guess we could use this to, well, no, maybe that or that. Let's go with that. Because what I'm going to use here, as our wallpaper is this stone. So I'm going to bring it around. The stone that kind of matches this unit. Like that. And like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bottom of this. I have not decided yet. Obviously, I did use that Moroccan platform, base with the tile, because I thought the tile looked kind of Spanish, looks very cool. So I don't know what I'm going to put here, though, along this. Some sort of rock, I think, some sort of stone. I don't know. Could do something like that, or this maybe. But I feel like it needs to be something maybe a little bit nicer, because if this is going to be a church, the plaza here looks a little bit nicer, right? This type of stone. It's got a brick facing. I could use that brick. So I could do brick like that around it. So it looks like it was all built at once. Let's just do that. And then should I leave that as, should I make that brick as well? No, I'm going to leave that as that sort of stack stone, I think. And then just do the brick on this part. Okay. What about over here? Do I have anything showing? No. So I want to do landscaping here. Obviously, this is a little bit more formal. It is a square space. So far with the landscaping, I've just been pretty freeform. Try to make it look a little more natural, like they just framed in free growing plants, right? So like they came to a field and a group of plants were growing and they just put rocks around it, built their house there. But right here, this is very formal since I've squared it off. I guess I don't have to square it off. I could unsquare it, but I do think maybe a little bench here, some sort of little bench, a little kind of park type of area instead of a natural area, maybe something a little more formal. So I'm going to use this new stuff. Where is it? I've got some of it out here already, right here, I think. Yeah. I'm going to use this new stepping stones. And we're going to put them over here. Now, how crazy does that look? A little bit crazy. Let me let me take that out. Let's maybe just make it, can I make it bigger? That's a little bit too big, right? But let's try, if we put it like that, and I put another one here. And I kind of line those up. Okay, let's do like that. And then I want to bring in, we're going to do a little bit of terrain painting. It is not my forte, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot here and see how well I can do it. I want to bring in, actually, I kind of have the look right here is kind of what I was going for, is that. So I could terrain paint the whole thing and not use these stepping stones, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to instead take pebbles, some sort of pebbles here. We've got rough river rock. Let's see. Like that. And then we can put the little bench back here and landscaping around here. The reason why I'm using terrain paint is because since this is kind of an open square, the dirt would bleed ever so slightly along the edge of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I might still frame it out somehow. So I'm not sure how, well, I'm not sure that's how necessary that'll be, but we'll see. So I would rather have something here too that's not quite a little more, I want something a little more tan. I think kind of like that. Not quite as white as that was. Let's see here. But I don't know. It's not too bad. What's this stuff? This is gravel and grit. Boom, 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 boom. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it, isn't it? And then we have dirt, of course, and grass. So let's stick with that. Let's grab some dirt. We can grab our dirt here, put it in here, here. Put it in here like that. And then we're going to grab a round version of that and just kind of try to bleed it a little bit. Just a touch. So that it looks a little bit like, you know, when they water, maybe that's a little bit too much. Let me roll that back. In fact, let's bring this down here. So when they water, you know, maybe the dirt kind of bleeds out a little bit into the gravel. And then every so often they probably replace the gravel, you know, fix it all up again. But for the moment, it looks a bit like that. Let's see here. Take a little bit of that off. I wonder if these stones, I want to see if these stones come in a slightly different color. We've got stuff like that. I think I will do it like that. And then I'm going to put in a little kind of reducer here because I just think it looks a little weird, that line, right? I don't need a reducer for the landscaped areas because we're going to use landscaping as a hide, you know, as a way of hiding it. Let's see here. We'll grab maybe this here. Across there. And we're going to create just a little bit of a formal garden here where, there it is. I think I'm going to use these. This is my idea to use these at the moment. We'll see how it looks. Hello, son. How are you? My son's back. He's been out having some breakfast this morning. He's almost 16 in like a week and a half. He's growing right up. He and I actually just got back from Los Angeles and San Diego. Had a wonderful trip out there on Amtrak, which is America's, for people who aren't here in the United States, that's America's rail system. It is what it is. I actually do like traveling by train. I like traveling by Amtrak, but it's not anything like Europe. So don't imagine it's anything like European trains. We don't have a really big rail system here in the United States. You know, it's kind of small. I don't think that's going to work for me there, is it? Nope. But it is. I do like it, and my son likes it. We have a great time traveling via that mode of transportation. And it's very old-fashioned. You know, we had a sleeper car. It took 48 hours to get from my home here in Oklahoma to Los Angeles. Took us 48 hours, but we had a bedroom on the train, had its own bath, which was nice, and they serve meals on the train, so you have kind of a dining car, you know, experience, which is always a great novelty. There's not a view in the world that's as good as, you know, looking at a train while you're eating dinner, right? Seeing the whole world kind of go by. Very, very nice. We're going to grab another one of those here. Now, we did get into LA, though, like super, super early. We got into LA at like 4:30 in the morning, which was ahead of schedule. Which, again, if you're not from the United States, Amtrak never runs on time. So that was like super, super unexpected that we would get in early. Ahead of schedule, but we did. We got in early, about 4:30 instead of 5:30. But Amtrak has a really nice lounge at Union Station that we kind of hung out in for a while. And then, you know, once the city kind of woken up a little bit, headed over to our hotel downtown, which was the Omni Hotel over on Bunker Hill. Nice area. I thought Los Angeles was really quite nice. It kind of has a reputation for homelessness and, stuff like that. But what does it nowadays? Even my town has that. And I live in a town of 100,000 people in one of the most conservative states in the nation. And we have a huge homeless problem here. We are trying to work on it, unlike some places, but we do have issues. But I didn't think Los Angeles was that bad. I did not really see that much of a problem, especially for as big as Los Angeles is. I mean, I didn't really see any more homeless people than I see in my town. My town, like I said, is small. It's about 100,000 people. And yet, not really. I mean, probably about the same amount of people here as there. I seem to be homeless or transient, something like that. Let me move this here. I'm going to bring each of these up just a little bit so they stick up above those bushes. Like so. And I think we could maybe make that one a little bit bigger. I don't know. That's almost, don't know. Let's go ahead and just, let's not use that there. Let's leave these two here. I kind of like the way they fit there. Let's see if we can find something else to go here in the middle. Like maybe this could go here. Yeah, I think we'll use that. I mean, that's still... I still don't know if I love it, but I think I'm going to stick with it. I think I love it enough. And we'll go with this stuff, put some ground cover under there. We also use mass transit when we were in Los Angeles. I always use mass transit whenever I travel. I mean, if it's at all possible in another city. LA has a pretty good mass transit system. I think especially for someone like myself who expected like zero mass transit in Los Angeles, since it's, considered again such a car-centric city. And it is. A lot of people drive. And that was one of the interesting things about being downtown was that's where, staying downtown. Sometimes downtown felt really empty. I think because people just drive, park in an underground parking garage, and then they're gone, right? They're gone for the whole day inside. They're not out walking around much. It didn't seem like. I can use the tool mod to place these bushes. I'm having that trouble there where it wants to bounce up, right? And I don't want it to bounce up. I want it to be down here on the ground. So, I've got two options here. I think I could frame this in, maybe. We're going to try that option. Frame it in, copy it, and move it. See if that works. But downtown was nice. It was pretty in Los Angeles. It was pretty clean too. I mean, I don't know. I just really liked it. I like city centers though. I like downtown areas. So it did suit me. I would say that. Let's see here. Let's copy this, bring it over here. Did that work? It did work. So there we go. We'll go ahead and take these walls out of here. I'm going to try to just take out. Shoot. That's not really what I wanted to do. I want to just delete that part. There we go. And the mass transit was clean in Los Angeles. It was functioned really well. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. I don't know that it's as fast as driving in Los Angeles, even still, but I don't know. Traffic in LA can be really, really bad. So I think I would have to really see. I used Ubers around downtown a little bit, but otherwise I didn't really use an Uber even. I really did just take mass transit everywhere, and it seemed quick enough to me. So we're going to go ahead and we're just copy this like we just did. Now that I think about it, can I get in there and kind of grab it? We'll go ahead and just copy it and put it on these other areas as well. Like that. There we go. That was quick and easy enough. That worked okay. Kind of got us around that whole, jumping up to the platform up there. Oops. Let's grab our taller pony wall. We'll fix this up here. And we'll take this stuff out here. I think my son's favorite thing in Los Angeles was Little Tokyo, which is actually, as I recall, the largest Japanese town in the United States. Apparently, there's only like 3 Japanese towns in the United States. We do have a lot of Chinatowns and kind of Asian areas. Whoops, I don't want to do that. But as far as Japanese towns, no, apparently only like, come on. Let me get in there and get this. Well, here, let's just do it this way. Let's move that. Just make it easy on myself. Apparently, there's only 3 of them, though. There's only 3 Japanese towns in the United States, and Los Angeles has the largest one. So it was really cool. I really liked it. It felt pretty authentically Japanese, just places to eat, really, restaurants, some shops. There's some apartments there and a hotel, a couple of hotels. Doubletree is there in Little Tokyo. And then I think something called the Metro or something. I don't know, something like that. But if you wanted to stay there, there's some hotels and a grocery store. There was like a Japanese grocery store, which wasn't too different. I mean, in Oklahoma City, we do have a sort of Asian community. It is really more like a Vietnamese community, more like Little Vietnam than Little China or Little Japan. In the 70s, a lot of Vietnamese refugees from South Vietnam did settle in Oklahoma City when they were kind of relocated here to the United States, right? So we've got a pretty cool sort of area up there that has a great grocery store. And they carry a lot of, just a lot of different Asian culture stuff. It isn't just Vietnamese. So there's a lot of Japanese stuff there as well. I don't get up there enough. It is pretty far in the city, but I love it. Every time I do go, I have a great time. I like to try new different things to eat and drink. And that was the thing in Little Tokyo. This is one of the coolest things I've ever had. It was a donut, like a regular donut, right? Like a donut, like, kind of glazy sort of donut. But on the inside, and sweet, but on the inside was curry, right? So it was like curry with like potatoes in it even and stuff. And so it was like so strange to have this sort of like sweet donut with curry in the middle of it. But it tasted really good. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm kind of craving it right now. I really am thinking about it. I don't have any way of going to get one, of course, but I am kind of craving it right now. I'm thinking, this sounds kind of good. Okay, so we've got these particular plantings in place. We're going to put something here in the middle of all this. One of the other desserts we had there in Little Tokyo was also an apple cheesecake. And that was super good. It had big chunks of apple in it. It wasn't apple flavored cheesecake and it didn't have like just here in the States, if we did an apple cheesecake, it would probably just be cheesecake, and then we would put apples on top, right? We just do kind of an apple sauce, I guess you could call it, an apple topping that's sweet, and we just almost like apple pie filling, and we just pour that on top of it. There, the apples were kind of baked into it, and there were big chunky chunks of it, and the cheesecake was a little bit drier than you kind of get here in the United States in general, a little more drier and crumbly. And the whole thing was glazed, right? So it was all shiny, just looked beautiful, gorgeous. I love it. I'm craving that right now too. I must be hungry. I must be ready to eat something because I'm like thinking about all that food. Let's see here. Where are something to put in the middle of this? Oh, I like this. I haven't used this in a while. We could put this here. let's make it a little bit smaller and put it in the middle. This actually is coming along pretty quick. I kind of thought I'd spend more time kind of agonizing over this, but I'm not really. It's kind of come along okay. We could maybe do some sort of statuary here or something as well. I guess depending on what the new pack has in it, that would kind of be the deciding point for me. Yeah, I might come in here and stick a statue here and here. We might put something there real quick as kind of a placeholder. Let me see what kind of bench we have here first. We have like this bench, a little bit too big. Oh, we've got this. Now, I do like this. This is from a pack a long time ago. What was that called? The garden. I don't know what it was called. Let's call it Luxury Garden. Luxury Garden stuff pack or something. Long time ago. We have this from that same pack. This looks maybe a little more European, right? A little more European. Kind of like an old. I'm going to use that, in fact. Because it does have that sort of like old European sort of look to it. Kind of like, I don't know, 18th century type of look. Let's see if that's not too bad. I do like the green on that. Let's go with that. Kind of a mossy sort of look. It's a little bit darker than I want. I would like to have that mossy sort of look. I guess it's like that. That's got moss on it, doesn't it? Let's go with that. That's got moss on it. So we'll put that there. And then maybe for some placeholders, just as kind of the idea of what we could do, we'll grab some sort of... Oh, in fact, I know what I want to use. Now that I think about it, let's just scan here and find it. I'm going to use the little angel, which I use all the time. We actually need more statuary in game, you guys. We need like more everything in game as far as I'm concerned, but we need more statuary as well because I use this little angel a lot. But see, she's going to look kind of cute in here. Let's see here. I want to kind of put her... I guess I could do it like that for now. And then maybe bring this forward a little bit. Or I could put that in the back and then we could put this like this. I actually kind of like that better. And I don't want to put it all the way in the back. Let's kind of bring it out like this a little bit. And we could almost do a small tree or something there also to give this area some height. Let's pull this out here. I'm going to go one on each side. Put that there. We have kind of a little... I don't like to use trees because they disappear, right? They disappear when you get too close to them. But maybe we could put something like this sort of topiary. Since this is kind of a formalish sort of garden, maybe make it a little bit smaller and stick it here in the center. Whoops, smaller. And we could kind of put these flowers kind of growing around it. Like so. Okay, so that looks good. I like that. That's kind of cute. Kind of cute, kind of sweet. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll pull this particular part of this plaza. I want to pull it out here. But I don't want to erase all that, right? So let's just grab a platform and we'll stick in there. Like so. Should I keep it one lower or raise it all the way up? I'm going to keep it one lower for now. Let's keep it one lower. And I think. Well, let me look at it real quick here. Maybe we go ahead and we raise it up a little bit like that. Maybe go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and raise it up. Let's raise it up. And then, again, hopefully with the new pack, we're going to get some sort of new statuary or something. Maybe I'll stick it on here. Who knows? And that will kind of outfit that. Put this here. Run that along there. And because I'm hungry and thinking of food, I'll say this too. If you're ever in Los Angeles, go to the Grand Market downtown LA. It has tons of different like food like stalls and stuff, food stands, food stalls. Not really like stands. I mean, they are kind of like counter restaurants, I guess you might call them. So, and they're so good. Every place I ate there was just wonderful. And they had a great sort of Japanese place serving these bento boxes. And it was so good. It was like this sort of glazed salmon that had been like blackened a little bit, Oh, it was wonderful. And there's a donut shop there too that serves regular donuts, regular donuts here of the United States. What was that place called? I should look up the name of both of those. The bento box place, there's only one. The donut place, there is more than one kind of pastry place there. But the donut place is called something donuts. I don't know. Dave's Donuts or something like that. They had this fantastic donut, so like kind of like a glazed donut. And it was cut open and it was like stuffed with like these glazed strawberries, like full-size glazed strawberries in there. Oh my God, it was so good. Again, it's something else right this very moment. I am craving something awful. So I probably should have brought some food with me here during this stream because I'm like feeling everything right now. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so good. Oh my God, that sounds so good. The thing with this particular pavilion for this pool, my thought when I started building it was maybe to make it look a little bit like stables, right? Like animal stables you might find in a village. Now, I really don't know what animal stables in a Spanish village would look like. And I don't even know that they would actually have animal stables in a Spanish village. I'm just kind of guessing at that. I do think I'm going to go ahead and take this out and this out because I think we'll put something in these spaces. In fact, right now that I think about it, we'll probably put, well, maybe like a refrigerator or something in there. Right there. So I'm a little bit at a loss. I don't know if I should do it in stone. My thought is to do it in stone because so much of this has been in stone, or if I should do it in wood. If it's a stable, right, we're going to want it to look pretty rustic and pretty basic. That's my thought. So let me pull that out a little bit further. So I don't know. I could start with wood, and then if I change my mind, maybe switch to stone. I did use a little bit of wood here in this particular build. This is the only place really that I've used wood so far. We could use that same wood though over here. Like so. Let's just take a look and see kind of what it looks like. I don't know. It's not a rousing feeling on my part, but it is okay. But I kind of want more than just okay, right? Let's see here. I also want to put this up on a platform. So real quick, I'm going to raise this up one spot by, mapping it off with a little bit of pony wall here and then lifting it up. Let's do this and this. Bring that across here. And up we go. Like so. And we'll go ahead and we'll take off. You know what I think I'll do, actually? I'm going to go ahead and tie this in. I'm going to tie this piece into here. Make that one platform. Now, that is actually someone's home there, and this would be public space. But I'm thinking these are kind of friendly people here. Actually, hold on real quick. Let me go ahead and move this back so I can take that pony wall off there more easily. These are really friendly people here. They hold on. Do it this way. There we go. Really friendly people here, so they don't mind people kind of coming up on their patio, They probably know you in a biblical sense anyway, so why not? Let me see here. Can I get that off there? There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we'll take that off. And whoops, we'll take this off here as well. I don't really want to erase those walls, though. I just want to erase this part. Oh, for goodness sakes, game. Don't give me a hard time. Oh, wait, it is going to give me a hard time. I'll go ahead and just have to go ahead and put them back in. That's fine. Okay, so let's grab this and we'll put this back here. Put this back here. And actually in those places, I think I'll put like a towel stand there. Do a towel stand in one, maybe do a fridge in the other. A bar out here would be really nice too. Could put a bar under here. Now that I've taken that pony wall off, we'll go ahead and we'll put this here. Like so. We'll grab that, put it there. And we'll do this. I just still got a little bit of pony wall down there. Let me see if I can reach it. I mean, I can. I guess I could just take off. I think I'm going to reach it pretty easy here. Like that. I could take off the fence too and do it, but there we go. So we're going to start with this for our pavilion. Now, the wood is a little dark. Huh. And do I want to separate it into like bays and stalls? You know, like you would have with a stable, right? With a stable, you'd have little stalls, right? And I have to admit, at first, that's kind of what I was thinking, kind of like little individual cabanas. So I'm gonna get a drink of my Go juice here. Which is coffee milk, basically. I do about 1/4 of a cup of coffee and 3/4 of a cup of milk. And mix it with some vanilla, sugar-free vanilla syrup. And it makes it tastes just like that Starbucks coffee you get it like in the jar, you know, in the bottle. Yeah, it tastes just like that. So, it's time my morning Go juice. Okay, so if I want to do I want to do sort of cabanas in here? Let's take a look at it. Take that out, take that out. Do I have enough room to even do cabanas in here? I don't know, maybe 2. I kind of ideally wanted to do 3. Maybe I can. Let's grab some, you know, lounge chairs real quick. We'll take a look here and see what we've got going. I don't really know what kind of lounge chair I'm going to use out here. Will there be a new one with the new pack? Maybe. I think, did this come with that new stuff recently? Yeah, didn't this come with like the Riviera set? So let's use it. Because I've used a little bit of the Riviera set already on one of the apartments. So let's do that. And if I'm going to do a cabana, I want each one of them to have enough space for 2 loungers with a table in the middle. So like maybe this and this. And then maybe that and that, that and that, right? And then what we can do for the towel and the refrigerator setup is we'll go ahead and we'll mark this. Whoops, hold on. Mark that off. Mark that off. And we'll go ahead and we'll just open up the front side of it. Like that. Which in reality, I don't know they'd actually have a towel stand here, because it is kind of a retirement community, like an apartment complex sort of. But I'm going to pretend like this is a resort style. You know, let's just go with it. and say, yeah, it's kind of a resort style setup. And let's see here. We've got 4, 8. Let's try 8. Nope. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's go 12 maybe. Kind of sealed those off a little bit with some privacy. And like that. Let's see here. Okay, so we can't use those. Maybe we can use that. No, not that. It's a little dark. Okay, how about this one? Gray? Gray works. Let's go with gray. Put gray up there. Okay, so it looks like we could also do around here. No. I'm not going to do that. Now, one thing we might do is we could, before I forget, let's put in some ceiling. Let's put in some ceiling tile here real quick. You grab this stuff. Oh, is there no, wait. Is there no ceiling here? I guess not. I don't have it, I guess I don't have it framed in. None of this is reading. That should read as a room, though. Oh, there we go. It does read as a room. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one real quick. And then I'm going to frame in these areas. And use archways to kind of open them up to the outside. I'm going to go ahead and put this here just to close that off. Like that. I'm going to take that out later, but for the moment, let's do that. And let's see here. I'm still not reading that as a room. That's weird. It should read it as a room, right? So that I could put this stuff on it, but it's not. That's strange. Try it with that. It's really weird because oh, well. Yeah, I mean, I've got it framed out as rooms, and yet it's not picking up to be able to put this stuff in there. Maybe it's, am I just, I don't know what I'm missing here. Let me move this real quick. Is that part of the problem that I'm not? Huh. That is really, really weird. I don't understand why it's not reading this as a room. Is it because, okay, maybe because I don't have a ceiling. Okay, maybe that's it. Let's try that. Okay, I get it. I don't know why there's no ceiling there. I don't know how to. Okay, there we go. Yes, there we are. I sometimes have to wonder because, just because of myself, how often people think they have a problem like I did, and I am the problem, right? I am. The problem was user error, right? Problem was user error. Let me put this on here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that railing again. We'll use the gray. Well, I think we will. Maybe not. Kind of intended to. Come on. Should go right here. because I really want to cover up that white line there is what I'm kind of trying to do. Now, I guess, I guess that's not going to work, obviously, not right at the moment. What I could do to cover up that white line is I could go ahead and wall it in. Okay, so I could wall it in, and we could put this here. And if it's just going to be a towel stand, that's fine, because what we could do is we come back and we put in some sort of archway here. And, you know, Sims don't have to actually reach the towels, so it doesn't matter, right? We could put that there. And then we could put shelves here with towels on it just for a decorative look. But if I'm going to put an actual refrigerator out here for them to use, like at this end, that wouldn't work, because I don't think they'll go through the archway and then open the refrigerator door. The archway will be kind of in the way, I think. That's as I remember it, right? So, we've got that. Now that is working there now. Let's see here. Will it work over here? Not yet. So we could go ahead also. So the other thing I was thinking is we just go ahead and wall it in. And we put this rustic frieze on it, right? And then just kind of take out the wall. Will that work? No. So we're going to put that back. And then we could put a corbel on the wall, right? One of these things. Or spandrel. The corbels are the individual pieces. The spandrel is what we're going to put on here. So we could put a spandrel on here like that. Did that work? No. That also didn't work. So we're kind of left with, if I'm going to have this on here, then I'm going to have to just go with these arches. Now, is it going to be at all possible to make a refrigerator work with an arch? That I really don't know. I'm going to try it, though, here in a second. I'm going to try it out. Now, I need a really big arch. I kind of want something bigger than this. And I might end up using a spandrel along this length instead of archways. We're going to see what I have to work with. Because I am going for a certain look. Now we've got this. This is plenty big, but it doesn't really match anything, especially for a stable. We've got this. That's big, but it's actually almost too big. And then we've got this, though. Now this is a stable door. It's going to cover up our towel area, right? Plus, you know, part of the other cabana areas. But that's very cool. I really do like that. Ooh, okay, maybe this one? No, that's an actual working door. So now I really have got to really think about this, because I do kind of like that. I mean, that definitely gives us the idea of it being like a stable, right? A stable in a village. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. In fact, I'm going to do that, because what I could do, let's take this out. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Or I'll put them someplace else or something. We could go ahead and we'll put a doorway here and we'll make this a bathroom. So we'll have a bathroom between the two private cabana areas. We'll put this here and here. We'll grab our wall here. Okay. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we do have a sort of rustic cabana area there. Now, we can't reach here. Cannot reach here. But one thing we could do, we'll grab this thing, put it here, and maybe make it look like it's supposed to be reached from the cabana itself, right? And we'll put some little shelves in there. Now, probably that means I'm not going to put a fridge in there. But we'll see. Maybe I will. In here, we've really got enough room for 2 bathrooms in here, but we're going to need to creatively arrange it. Let's see here. We'll do a wall here, here. Grab that. Now, one thing here, since we're going to have these walls here, we could do an archway here or just leave this completely open. Or we could use like a spandrel across there or something. So let's look at these spandrels real quick and maybe do a spandrel there. Kind of leads to our bathroom area. That looks okay. And then we'll grab a couple of doorways here. We're going to need some sort of just pretty simple, basic looking doors. Let's look at the small versions. Actually, something like this would do. I think we're going to go ahead and use this sort of door. A little more muted tone. Put it right in the center. This is only a 2x1 room, of course. Sims will use this as a bathroom, though. You just have to creatively place the toilet and the sink. Let's find ourselves a toilet here. Where? How about this? Maybe this one. Sweet Country Escapes toilet. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide it partially into the wall. About as far back as we can go without it showing through the other side. Which it does kind of show through the other side there. So let's move it again. Let me take a look here. Let's bring it forward just slightly. Did that help? It did help. Okay. So we'll also grab ourselves a sink and put in here. I haven't really used any sort of cohesive sinks so far in this building process. I probably should have. And maybe I should choose something now. But again, my thought is that, well, I probably will have a brand new sink with the new pack. So what's the point of really getting too much into this? But I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I've used this some. We'll use this. We'll put it in here. And we're going to go ahead and kind of bring it back, slide it into the wall. As much as we can get away with. It is a little bit tricky. It's got to be right at the right spot. We'll put a mirror in here. And then we're going to turn this on and play test it real quick. See if it does work. It should. It should work. Let's grab a rusticy looking mirror. What have we got to use? Got that giant thing there, right? Let's see. I guess we could go something like this and kind of a little bit plainer look to it. I don't know. It doesn't really match that, does it? So we could do that. It's not really rustic, but it does, I think, match a little bit better. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to bring our sim over here. We're going to play test this, make sure this thing works. Let's just teleport him over. We're going to need light fixtures for a lot of this place, that's for sure. Where is he? Oh, shoot. I bet he's sitting down, isn't he? When Sims are sitting down, they don't want to teleport. There we go. So let's have him use this item. Yep, he's going to use it. Now let's see here when he gets done if he will wash his hands. If so, then we're set. Yes, he will. Okay, so that bathroom works. We have a good 2x2 or 2x1 bathroom. We're going to just copy it and move it over to the other side. Like so. And we'll take out that door. Da-da-da-da. Although, you know, it would be really cool, too, if we didn't need a public bathroom. You could put the door here and each cabana would have its own bathroom, right? So very luxury, very luxe in that case. But we're not going to. We're going to leave it just as public restrooms. I did think about putting a diving board in here. I'm not sure. I have not decided yet. For the moment, I'm going to say no, that I'm not going to. What I think I'll work on real quick is to see, is there any way that we're going to be able to put a refrigerator in that spot? Because I really don't think we will be able to, but I don't know. Let's see here. For one thing, those are really close to that door too. Let's try it though. Find one of our little fridges. Now we do have this wonderful new fridge. This was the free fridge, right? This is the fridge that came with the event, as they called it, the login event recently. So we have that fridge. I'm going to try using it. We're going to put it here. Now there's one thing I can do with this that it will work, but it will look a little, I think it might look a little weird. But if this doesn't work, maybe we'll try it. I'm going to set this back as much as I can into the wall. It's a little bit too much into the wall. I could leave it there. I might leave that there. You know why? You know how I justify that? Because these coils need to breathe. All right? The coils need to breathe so that they'll stay cool, so they'll keep the refrigerator cool, and that way it'll work. I don't know. We'll see here. Let's have him come over here. Can he even get there? We'll see. We'll take the long way around for some reason. I don't know why he did that. That's a little odd. Let's, can you grab a nice cold drink here? Have a microwave, quick meal, or a drink. Let's see if we can find a drink. Oh, because we don't have a microwave. Can I just get a drink? Where's like the... Here we go. Quick. Let's have canned juice. No, nope. I know where he's headed. He's headed over to the house. So that didn't work. Let's see here. Let me think about it. The first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try moving this and see if that's the problem. In fact, you know what we could do? Let's move this here. Because, and then we'll put this here. And we're going to put this kind of back here. I'm going to see if I set it just past that halfway mark, if it will work. And then because we have this door here, it does cover up the fact that it's kind of sticking outside the wall. Let's get him back over here. Now, will you get juice out of here? Let's try this again. Canned juice. No, so he still won't go in there. Okay, let's try. I'm going to see if he can go in there. Oh, he's stuck. Let's see here. Let's unstick him. Did that work? Oh boy, did I break it? Stop, buddy. Let me see here. Let me just close that off. Okay, now are you doing all right? All right, there you go. You're okay. Now let's see if he can get in here. Yeah, he goes in there. So I guess the fridge is either the wall is in the way because it's intersecting the wall, or I moved it back quite a bit with that little shift there. A lot. Oh boy. I'm going to just see if it works. I don't know that I really want to keep it that way, but let's just see if it works. And I hope it's just not that he's just running to another refrigerator just because. Stop. Okay. So, all right, here's our option. We can go and just take out the wall with like a corbel, or I mean a spandrel, So if we grab a spandrel like this and we put it in here, we can leave the archway. Oh shoot, but then we lost that wraparound. Let's try something different. Let's try that, and then maybe I'm going to try using this sort of, I call it the reducer fence. Let's try using that and see if maybe that is going to work. I don't know what color. Let's use that color. No, it did cause that to disappear. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm probably just a fool right now to keep trying to do this. I'm not sure it's even that important. Is it that important that I do this? Not really. It's not. I just thought it'd be really cool. Be like a really cool look to have it like that. Okay, so oh boy. Okay, we can try this, although it won't really look right. No, that made it disappear too. So no, that's not going to work either. So okay, I'm at a loss. I guess I'm not going to be able to get to work, I don't think. I'm going to have to consider this for a minute. First off, while I'm considering it, let's go ahead and we're going to grab this. We're going to set it out here. Let's make sure that it's even working, right? Because if I'm going through all this trouble for him and it just doesn't work, then, you know, why bother? So let's see here. No, it does work. Okay, so it does work. It does work. He will get in there and get himself some juice. Let's. Oh boy. Is there anything else I can think of to do with it? I don't think there is. Which means we just probably aren't going to do it. Because I don't think there's any way it's going to work that it's going to be acceptable. I could take the wall out. If I take this wall out, it will work. But then I'm going to lose this surround. And so far, I don't think there's a way to just get rid of the wall and keep the surround. Did that work? Not really. See what it did there? So I guess, yeah, that's definitely, I don't know, not really looking right. Let me turn the sun back on. Shoot. I mean, I guess it's okay like that, though. I mean, it's not awful. Will it do the same thing down here? So that it matches? I guess it will. So I could do it like that. And then I do think it will work. Almost positive it'll work. Almost. Let's go ahead and grab it real quick. I just want to know, I just want to satisfy for my own curiosity if this will actually work here. Let's have him come back. Or we'll grab another character real quick. Have them come over here. Can she grab a nice thing of juice? Let's see here. Yeah, so that'll work. I guess we can do that. You know, then we'll have our private fridges with our private cabanas out here by the pool. And we could go ahead and put like some shelves, you know, to make a look like we have some towels in there, and that'll be good to go. Take this out. Put that over there. And we'll turn our sun back on. Okay, that's not too bad. So I think that is going to suit pretty well. Maybe pull these apart. Throw in a couple of tables in there. I'm going to use this. This kind of matches. And put that over there. Okay, so what else could we do? The cabana as a whole, I mean, it's pretty small, but I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know that we need a whole lot else to kind of get us, you know, where we're going, to kind of give that impression. I think it looks pretty good. We could also do like towel racks here, like towel shelves, where this door acts as kind of part of a wall. Might do that. Let's try lining those up real quick. I've been trying to think of something for my son for his birthday. His birthday's coming up, and he doesn't want anything, which is nice. It is kind of nice that he's not greedy. You know, he's not greedy or anything. Doesn't want anything. Says he's good, but I do feel like I need to come up with something. Wish we had a little more rustic version of the shelves. Do we have a little more rustic version of the shelves? Let's see here. We've got something like this, of course. Oh, maybe this. That might work. Something like that. Kind of looks more like something you'd find in a stable, you know. Maybe. And let's see here. Because later this afternoon, I really do have to get online and kind of start looking around for something. This is not too bad. It's okay. Bub. And he doesn't want to party this year, he says, which is, you know, okay, that's fine. Of course, some of his friends are out of town, so I'm sure that's part of it. In a birthday in the summertime, in the United States anyway. Probably everywhere it's the same way. Because school's out and you don't see as many of your friends. And then, of course, in the case of my son, his birthday is July the 3rd, which July the 4th here in the United States is a major holiday, right? The 4th of July. Probably even a lot of people who don't live here in the States have heard of it, right? Probably a lot of people have heard of the 4th of July. So a lot of people go out of town. Go on vacation, go out of town, and that's what's happened in my son's case, you know, with a couple of his really good friends. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have not decided. Try to come up with something. I want to use... I'm going to use a little rolled up towels from Spa Day. Maybe they're in this group. I think they're in this group. Where? Oh, where? I just want to see if they'll work, if it works okay. Okay, this is dumb. Let me just go through here real quick and let me just sort this by Spa Day, because I know there's Spa Day like towels, and make it easier on myself. Let's see here. Was Spa Day a... Oh, it was a game pack. Okay, there we go. There they are. Right there. Pyramids of absorption. A little Max Headroom moment there. Let's see. I mean, I think that's going to look okay, right? Kind of put some of those out here. And I guess we could even do something like this. Maybe something like this out here. Put it up like that. Do like that maybe. I had thought for my son's birthday I might take him just you know, out to dinner, something like that. See if he has someplace he really wants to go. He doesn't like to make decisions, I don't think. He's a lot like me because I don't either. And I'm always like, oh, just whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do is what I want to do. And he's pretty much the exact same way. So we'll see if he has any preferences. But that has been something I've thought about. So maybe that. He's signed up. He's turning 16, which here in the United States is when you get your driver's license. You get to get a license to drive. And so he's actually signed up for driving school. Last night, signed him up, in fact, for driving school here in the United States. And hopefully he'll be driving in 6 months. I say hopefully because that'll take a real load off me. I can send him to the store all the time, have him go do everything. Let's see here. I want to grab the new... There's a new tray. Where is it here? Where is it? Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. It's a new drink tray. It just came with the new kit. Why do I not see it just right here immediately? Is it not in this section? I don't see it in this section. Now that's kind of weird. Let me look here under the kit and see where they put it because I'm sure it's a functional drink tray, isn't it? I haven't actually tried it yet. Is it not a functional drink tray? Is it just decorative? Let me see here. Why did I assume? I thought this is functional. So where is this, I wonder? Let me put this on this table over here. Where is that categorized at? Activities and skills. Okay. So, I'm going to put one of these out. That's weird. I didn't know it was in activities or skills. I'm certain that it is functional. I remember using it. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe, hope I'm not getting that senile, right? Let's go with that lighter color. Because it has a really cool look to it. It has a really interesting kind of set of glasses that go with it. Let's have her come over here and restock this tray and see if that works. Do. Up we go. All right, did work just fine. Worked beautifully. I love the martini look on those glasses. It's one of the things I really, really, really like about them. So that is set. Now we don't have any lighting. Let's go ahead and throw in a few quick lights, I guess, although I think I'll probably swap a lot of that out. Again, when the new pack is launched, right? But for now, we'll put in some task lighting here for ourselves. And let's see. My thought is, of course, that realistically we would have some lounge chairs out front along the edge of the pool. I think it's going to be really too crowded and I'm not going to put them there. Realistically, I would have a much bigger lot to build this sort of complex on. This is just a 40 by 30 lot. I mean, it would be great to put it on a 50 by 40 or a 64 by 64. Really, build something really large. But we don't get very many of those lots, right? We do get 30 by 40 pretty often, so that's a safe lot to build on. So that's why I'm using that here. And as a consequence, everything's kind of smaller scale. So I want a resort pool area. but it's going to have to be, you know, kind of just the impression of that. It would be nice to put in maybe a table and chairs out here, but again, I don't think I really need it. Maybe I could put a table and chairs over here somewhere. In fact, you know what? I think I will. Let me look at this real quick. If I see here, I'm going to turn the sun back on. I thought about doing a sort of patio out here. Turn this like this. Bring that over here. Or maybe here. Now, I guess in order to make a sort of patio here, I could... Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead. We're going to grab a pony wall again. We're going to mark part of this off so that I can raise one part, not another. Grab this here. We'll bring it across like this. And we're going to give ourselves... Should I do it lower or higher? I'm going to do it higher. We're going to give ourselves a boost here and a boost here. And instead of making that steps all the way down, we'll make it half and half. So we'll have half of the steps going down and half of it as a sort of, you know, functional patio over here. Let's grab that. Kind of somewhere, I don't think here. I'm going to make this orange tree a little bit bigger back over here in a second. So we'll put that there and then we'll put this kind of right here. And that'll give us our walkway down. And we'll go ahead and raise that floor up as well. Put our barbecue grill back on the ground. Set it in here. And we'll use this particular fence. That's what I've been using on this house. We'll drag this around here. And we'll go ahead and just stick like a little table out here, like a little bistro table, right? Let's do a little bistro table. It's funny. I was thinking like a little bistro table. Yeah, just like our new pack that we just, or kit that we just got. A little bistro table is what we need. Cozy bistro. Here we go. We'll grab this little table here and put it out here like so. I'm going to maybe change the cover on it a little bit. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. We got red gingham checks. I'm not a big fan of the checks, but I would like something that's not just plain white. So I'm probably not going to get something that's just plain white. I could do that. I like that one a little bit better. Lord. Okay, let's go with just the white. We'll go with that. White and kind of a golden tone to the table. Grab ourselves a chair over here. They had this in blue. Let's grab the blue version. Kind of match our barbecue grill. Guess I could do 3 chairs. I think I could even pull this out in the middle and do a 4th one, but I'm going to leave it like that. Why risk it? Now we got this great view out over the pool. And then the people, when they come to use the pool, because I'm going to leave this open as public space, even if I assign these as apartments with the new, with the 4 rent pack. And I might not. I might just leave this as one large family type dwelling. But if I do assign these areas as apartments with that pack, I'm going to leave this as public space. And this is effectively going to function as part of the space around the pool. Now, the only other thing I could think of would be maybe to, like I said, we could put in a diving board. We could put in some landscaping here by the pool. There's not a lot of room for landscaping, though. Not really. So, I think you know what I think I'll do? I think while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to put in some flowers maybe around this. Some little flower boxes, maybe. I don't know. I don't want it to get too much, but maybe, let's see here. Maybe make it a little bit smaller like that. Like that. For our resort style retirement community. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think those are good. And I'm going to grab some flowers for the table. Let's go ahead and do that real quick while we're here. I don't think this will interfere with dining, but it might. The one thing I know that won't is, of course, the flowers from Dine Out that go on the table. Let's see here. Where are they? There they are. So this won't. I know that this won't. Table lilies. I guess we could do those. And let's do them in blue. That's pretty. I think these chairs, let me look real quick here and see if there wasn't. Isn't there a different version? Yeah, that's the version I want right there. Because then that matches the chairs that we used over in our gardening club area. So again, it kind of ties it together as sort of a public space. There we go. Now the pool itself, you know what? We could put something, let's tile the walls of the pool. I have kind of thought about this. My thought is, of course, to do rocks because we're going for a very resort feel, very resort sort of theme type of feel. We've got this, which is what I've been using. Could probably put it down here in the pool like so, right? But did we get something new with this stuff, with that pack? I know we got some new flooring. Let's take a look at the flooring real quick and see. Maybe it was this stuff. Yeah, it was this stuff. So I could put that on the floor of the pool. Kind of like that. Or we could go just with a stone down there. A stone does always look a little kind of odd, but I guess we could use this stuff here. And there may be something new with the new pack that I might want to swap it out to. I guess we'll use that though for now. We'll use kind of match it with that. And let's look at our diving boards. Why not? I mean, I don't want to use one, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. We could definitely put out, you know, a ladder. Let's find a ladder here. Nice ladder. We'll put a ladder over here by the bathrooms and the cabana area. And then maybe we've got this, you know, sort of stone look. Like that. We've got this version, which I maybe prefer more. Or we've got this, you know, the plastic version. But I don't really want to use it because it's, you know, white, like really pretty white, pretty cheap looking. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this sort of stone version. The stone version to me is almost just too themey. You know, it's too much of a theme, and I don't want a theme park. You know, I'm not looking to do a theme park here. I'm looking to do, I'm just looking to do a resort. But given what we have to work with, I think that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll put that in there for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't do diving boards very often with builds. They always look a little odd to me. If I'm going to have a diving board, I mean, these aren't really diving boards, first of all. These are diving platforms, right? If I'm going to have a diving board, I'd rather have an on-surface diving board, a traditional one like we had in The Sims 3. That's what I would rather have. We don't have that. So, we don't have that, though. That's the way it is. And so I have this diving platform. So I'm going to go ahead and use it for the moment and then decide later kind of what I'm going to do with it. Now, so that's not too bad. We've gotten quite a few things done here. Got our pavilion done. We've got this little landscaped area here done. And we got our garden club sort of area under here done as well. Now, I'm not entirely certain about this landscaped area. I might change it. I do like it from a certain point of view, but I might change it. Everything else is so natural and has such a natural look that I might switch it back natural. Might make it kind of more natural area over there. We'll see. I'm not real sure. And I might put some more stones maybe around here somewhere. But for now, I'm going to call this stream an end for this particular time. It's been about 2 hours. Time for me to kick off for a little while. Thank you for watching, of course. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We'll be back later to work on this some more. We definitely will. I need to get to work on the clubhouse over there. And I've still got a lot of interiors to do. I've only really done this one interior here. Got a little bit of interior here. And a very basic few things over here. So I need to work on some more interiors and probably some more landscaping. Trying to work out some landscaping over here in this area. And in fact, I might take this fence out. It's the only place I've got this fence as of right now, and I might take it out and replace it with something like this, do some landscaping around it on both sides of it, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do later. We're going to tackle that. In the meantime, of course, though, hit like, subscribe, notify, and as always, thank you for watching.